Previously on the Doctors and Dollars channel.
Joining me today is Dr. Rashid Taher. He's the co-founder of iCheck, a digital health startup that's using AI to catch eye diseases and subsequent health concerns before they catch you. Welcome, Dr. Hall. What's going well today?
A lot, yeah. Doing some clinic and some surgery. As you mentioned, I'm a full-time urologist in addition to the other things. But yeah, it's Friday, so yeah, it's a good day.
What if you could set your kids on a path to financial freedom before they even hit adulthood?
You have to realize that if you do not teach your kids the principles of money, that doesn't mean you're not teaching them the principles. They're still learning the principles. It's just going to be the wrong ones. And if you're not teaching them, they're learning it from somewhere else.
Today, I'm joined by Dr. Risa Lewis, an emergency medicine physician and co-author of Microskills, Small Actions, Big Impact.
And the one thing this book really emphasizes is that we do have individual agency. You can look at a task list and say, what do I have to do? What actually can I delegate? What do I not need to do because it really is not bringing me joy?
Today, we have a powerhouse in the fight against cancer. Welcome, Dr. Consagra. How are you?
When I started my oncology training, I think in early 2010, I would say, one of the cancers which I take care of, it's a blood cancer called multiple myeloma. An average individual, when we started taking care of it, would have probably lived somewhere about 3 years. Fast forward to 2024, the same individual cancer patients now can live for more than a decade.
You know, a lot of clients will come to me and they're like, I don't really know if I want to pay the money for a coach. You know, I don't know. And I'm like, look, the return on that is going to be massive. And if you don't do it, you're going to have a poorer quality life between now and when you die earlier. But you have to start thinking of it as an investment rather than an expense.
Today, we're going a little bit more philosophical, diving into something we all have in common, big dreams. Kind of dreams that can either become amazing memories or painful regrets.
What is actually the dollar amount that this dream costs? Because most people make this huge dollar amount and they make it just outrageous and they think, well, we don't have that money, we could never. All you gotta do is say, if it was possible, how much would it cost?
Today, we're gonna break down how Uber had explosive financial growth so quickly without building faster taxis, and how you can apply those same tactics in your financial life.
The wild thing is that Uber was not a technology advancement for our society. It was actually a psychological advancement. So what they did was watch people waiting for a taxi. And you see kind of people start moving around, they're running a little bit late to where they have to go, they're waving down taxis, that one's full, and they don't know when is the one that's empty going to show up.
We've even been approached by people that want to do this on large employer campuses, because a lot of these large employers are self-insured, and hopefully you'll be seeing one at your local drugstore soon, Nate.
There you go. I got a Walgreens right down the street, so I can't wait. I was going to say that. I can't wait to see one for the first time and be like, hey, that's Rashid. I know that guy. That'd be great.
And I think the more you can like take care of your body, your mind, and optimize it, again, you are going to see that return from a financial standpoint too.
And I read a book on finances and financial health, and that's another aspect of health that, you know, if you're feeling financially strapped or stressed or you have overwhelming amount of loans, that can contribute to burnout and depression as well.
I was definitely chasing that rat race, chasing a big dollar amount, trying to just make a lot of money, and didn't really have a purpose for it, didn't really have a plan.
Med school never teaches finance. You know, I mean, whatever you learn, maybe you learned in your undergrad or the 12th grade, the banker comes to your class and shows you what savings is and what an IRA account is. And probably that's the most you learn, right? Unless your parents taught you.
And then you can kind of start learning a little bit more along the way about capital gains versus cash flow and start to think about that in your own life. And if you see something that interests you, you can talk to your 13-year-old and say, hey, did you ever think about this? I just learned this. Did you know about this? And just kind of have that open conversation where you're starting to grow on these principles and that foundation. It doesn't have to be something overwhelming, but it is very important to do something.
At the heart of it, gaining control of our finances is so that we can live out that bucket list, not have a bucket of what ifs.